Stop letting the grown men in your family use you. When y'all are decentering men, don't forget to decenter the men in your family. Your dads, uncles, cousins, brothers, grown nephews, sons. Decenter them as well.
Y'all not beating these "we hate men" charges. Like, y'all not beating these charges. Like, at first it was the men you're dating. Decenter the men that you're dating and talking to. Now it's F the men in your family. Like, what is this? Like I said, a lot of this is coming from a place of hurt, okay, not logic. And if you don't believe me, I will pull up a comment. All right, y'all. I don't know if you guys can see this comment. It literally says, "I genuinely hate having contact with any of them. I stay far away." You're doing right, says the creator, the lady on the screen. I'm on the same page. Like, are the men in y'all family just that bad? Like, I mean, I'm not going to discount that there are people in people's families that suck, right? People have terrible people in their families. I mean, they have to come from somewhere. But it's just like these messages are so crazy to me. Like, oh, decenter your cousins, decenter your uncles, decenter. Like, it's just, it's coming off as stop caring about these people. Stop giving a damn about these people. Like, there's another comment here that's like, "I literally told my sister 2 years ago that they always want to have Father's Day dinner brunch or something. Like, for what? They don't do that for us. Why are you mad that people want to do nice things for other people? Like, that's weird." And like I said, I think that this movement started off with a good idea. Like, don't lose yourself, still enjoy the things that you enjoy and pour into yourself instead of giving everything to everybody else. I feel like this started off with something logical and reasonable, and then you get crazy, trauma-ridden people. They get a hold of it, and the next thing you know, it's just a "we hate men, we don't like men, stay away from men" group. These people are hurt, and I'm not going to discount the pain that they are experiencing. I'm not going to discount it, but at the same time, go heal instead of leaning more into your trauma, right? If there are people in your family that are harmful, yes, do not have contact with them. But like, just to say, I'm not going to be nice to you, or I'm not going to have contact with you just because you're a man and you're in my family, like, that's weird.
As a grown man, there's nothing that they need from you as a woman. The men in your family are some of the biggest users there are. Whether they're using you for your time, energy, resources, a place to stay, money, whatever.
So are we keeping that same energy for the women in our lives that are users, that are doing the exact same things you're saying men do? A lot of these behaviors are not specific to men. These are behaviors that any user, family member may have. But the fact that you're isolating it as a man issue is weird. Are you also decentering? Because, if we're going to be honest about this whole decenter men conversation, then it just needs to be a decenter people conversation. Because if you're having that same logic and energy that, when you center the man or whatever it is that they're talking about, if you have that same type of energy with a woman, it's still a problem, right? It's still problematic if you're pouring more into somebody else than you are into yourself. So it's like, why are we isolating this conversation around decenter the man when there are also women in your lives that are users, abusers, all of these things? So why not just make the movement, I'm sorry, to all lives matter the conversation, but like, if we're worried about the people taking too much from us, then this wouldn't just be a men issue. It would be a center yourself. I feel like that would be a stronger movement, right? The center yourself movement, because then it's not inherently negative, right? And it's not inherently biased because everyone has users in their life. I'm sure that there are plenty of men that feel like the women in their lives are using them, doing all the things that she's saying, but to a man. So maybe the movement just needs to be revamped. Center yourself movement. Maybe I need to spearhead this. Instead of decenter men, center yourself. Because in that framing, we're not discounting the ones that we love. We're not saying we're not going to give them energy or love on them or all these different things. We're just going to love on ourselves a little bit more. So, I feel like that would be a more positive movement. The center yourself movement. All these behaviors are not gender specific. There are women that behave the same exact way. Let's be so for real here. A lot of these folks are just hurt. Okay, they're traumatized. And when you're traumatized, you act irrationally, like thinking it's all men, when a lot of the women in your life be on that BS, probably even more than the men in your life. Let's Let's keep it a buck. A lot of women are operating out here with mothers that hate them, okay? Mothers that absolutely hate their guts. I think, like I said, center yourself is a better movement. Love yourself, pour into your own cup. And I feel like we can do that without dismissing the other people in our lives, specifically men, since they make it about men. Go get therapy. That's the best thing. Go get therapy from a therapist that's not also traumatized, because a lot of these therapists out there are just like this woman right here. They're traumatized and they think that because they have a degree that they can help you with your trauma, but they're not even working through theirs. So, it's rough out here in these streets. Maybe you might be better off just having ChatGPT be your therapist. I don't know. Good luck to all the people out there. Center yourself, okay? Instead of worrying about decentering other people and not giving energy to other people, focus on giving yourself some energy. How about that?